Well, welcome to MissouriNet.com. We continue our weekly discussions with MSHSAA, and interesting topic here. Back on February 19th, a State House bill was presented that would allow homeschooled students with passing grades to participate in MSHSAA programs. It was the same bill that was proposed last year, but it did not make it out of the House. And so it's back up again. And so we wanted to get some insight from MSHSAA, and joining us is Dr. Kerwin Erhan, the Executive Director for MSHSAA. Kerwin, appreciate you joining us. This is an interesting topic, and it's got a lot of moving pieces and a lot of things that would have to come together. Can you talk about how MSHSAA kind of fits into this?
Sure, Bill, and thank you for the opportunity to be with you this morning. Basically, the thing that I would start with is that just trying to make sure everybody understands that MSHSAA is our member schools. And our member schools are ones who put the rules in place. Our office here in Columbia doesn't have the ability to make any rules. What we have to do is make sure that our schools follow the rules and they understand what the rules stipulate. And because of that, many times, whenever we talk about homeschoolers, it has a direct impact on those schools. And since they're the ones who make the rules, they're the ones who we've asked repeatedly over the last basically about 20 years whether or not they want homeschoolers to participate in their sports and activities at their school. And they repeatedly have said no, because we know what our students are doing in our classes, in our buildings, and we want them to be held accountable to be able to earn the privilege to participate for us as a member school. And so that's kind of the biggest step that our member schools have whenever they start looking at allowing these students to come in and participate for them.
And that was going to be one of my questions, and it was more speaking from ignorance, is that the potential conflicts in terms of expectations and standards. I mean, the bill says that homeschool students must have passing grades, but how do those standards differ from a public school to say homeschoolers?
That's the thing where our schools have the issue. What they've told me whenever I've talked to them about this is, why do you not want them to participate? And they're basically come back, we know exactly what our kids are doing, the curriculum they're following, what they're having to do, that they're actually in the classroom working on that curriculum, and we're holding them to a standard where they have to pass at least 80% or 3 units of credit, whichever is greater. We even have some schools that have even more restrictive requirements where they have no F policies, or they have a GPA requirement, which our schools have the ability to be more restrictive, where a homeschool person doesn't necessarily have that ability to do that.
Now, one of the things that we've kind of covered, obviously, from the hearing
I think I lost you, Ben.
Yeah, that's all right. I'm still here. We'll see if you're still there. But one of the things that we covered, and this is for our viewers watching, is that they had a 12-year-old Isaiah Kraft, who was a homeschool student in 6th grade, who talked about wanting to have the opportunity to play football, but doesn't do well in a classroom setting, and so he wants to have that opportunity where he can learn in a different environment, but have those same opportunities to play. We also have on another hangout here at MissouriNet.com a Springfield area homeschool football coach who says that a lot of homeschoolers are against this as well. So is this a topic that will continue to come up, and are there ways that you could see some type of compromise?
Bill, I believe this topic will always be here until either they get the ability to participate, and I don't know if it'll ever go away unless that occurs. The thing is that our member schools, we continue to talk to our member schools about that, things that they would say they would like to see put in place to allow this to occur. Repeatedly, I'm told they don't want it at all, and so I will continue to ask that question. But you mentioned the fact about Isaiah, wanting to play football. One of the things that the member schools changed a couple of years ago was to allow homeschool associations to play against MSHSAA member schools during the regular season. An example is the Springfield Chargers it's a homeschool football team that their team is made up of all homeschool students, and they are allowed to play against MSHSAA member schools during the regular season. And so what that has allowed the Chargers to do is not have to travel to Oklahoma or to other states to find games. if there's a school in Missouri who's looking for football games, they can play them during the regular season. They have their own championships through the homeschool associations, and therefore they just wanted to be able to pick up regular season games, but they still wanted to participate in their homeschool championships. And so because of that, we've allowed that, our member schools have allowed that through the change in the bylaws a couple of years ago.
Two very contrasting opinions and differences from both sides. I mean, from homeschoolers and from public schools as well. Dr. Kerwin Erhan, the Executive Director of MSHSAA, glad you could join us.
Thank you, Bill. I appreciate the opportunity, sir.
Yep, and we hope to have you on a few more, too.
Sounds great.
All right. Thanks a lot, and thanks for watching us here. And, of course, more high school coverage at MissouriNet.com. Thanks for watching.